Nobody indeed. What is good? Welcome into Driving the Line. My name is Alan Bell. We got a fantastic show for you today. Big Brad, looking sharp, man. It was the first day of school. Got a nice collared shirt on.
Here to deliver a message today on the board, and you got to do it with a collar on when it's an important one. So we come today prepared.
There we go. I've got a fake collar on. Just zip it up. Oh, man. Hope everybody's doing good. Big Brian said, good morning, AB and Brad. Good morning, brother. Hope you're doing, man. I hope you're doing good. All right. Let's take a look at yesterday. Before we look ahead, Big Brian, AB, did you tell my pictures stay 2-0? 2-0, baby. Big Brian is out here smoking it. Speaking of smoking it, man, look. Raiders Seahawks over 36.5, got it. Colts Ravens over 36.5, got it. Ravens team total over 13.5, got it. Ravens plus 4.5, got it. White Sox and Mariners over 7.5, and ended at 7. At 7, we almost had a perfect night, and it ends at 7. Now, a perfect day. Zach, AB, it's Chelsea's birthday. Chels, happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Chels.
Yeah, she's awesome. Happy birthday. Zach, I'm glad you said that. It's going to be a great day, man. It's going to be a great day. All right, let's get after it here. Howie Schwab, crew play of the day. Going back to the National Football League. The Lions and the Falcons. You going over 32.5 or under 32.5? Commanders and the Patriots going over 34.5 or under 34.5. Polls in the chat. Vote now. I'll update as we always do at the end of the show. Now, Brad, we were talking about it, that the Baltimore Ravens take the NFL preseason seriously. They were 6.5-point underdogs last night. They won outright. Like, I could not. And here's the crazy part. The Colts were trying. They played their starters. Their quarterback got hurt.
Shocker.
Yeah. That's why when I saw that come out with the Ravens, I was like, you're going to give me points with the Baltimore Ravens against the Colts? I don't care if they're trying. They're not any good. Oh, the AFC South. You got to love it. Yeah, you got to love it. Hey, let me just tell you, there's a couple more teams in the AFC South you're going to have to deal with out here, folks. And I don't mean positively. There's going to be some Thursday nights that we're going to have to get through together.
Yep. The AFC South is lucky there is no relegation.
Let me say this. If I were the owner of the Houston Texans, I'm saying, hey, fellas, not to put any pressure out there, but kind of expecting a division championship this year.
Yeah, this has to be our year.
Yeah. Did you know that the Colts, did you know every team has won the AFC South twice since the Colts last won the AFC South? All three teams have won it twice.
That's actually a really surprising stat given the domination for so long.
Yeah, I know. That's what's crazy is you're right. They used to just own it. You couldn't get through it. Peyton Manning was a wall.
Peyton to luck, it was like.
I know. You felt like being in the NFC North when you're like, oh, the Packers. Oh, they went from Brett Favre to Aaron Rodgers. Oh, and then to Jordan Love. Heaven forbid they know what they're doing. All right, let's get after it, man. Going to be a ton of fun. All right, let's jump into the picks here first. Big Brad, dude, you're crushing it, man. I like the strategy that you have, bro. Let it rip.
Yes, sir. We're headed to the Danish Super League at noon Central. Actually, sorry, it's at 1 Central time, so a little bit later today. In a matchup between Vibor taking on Sonderjuski, we're looking for both teams to score at -150 and the over 2.5 goals at -130, giving us that bet split at -140. And it's because both teams are scorers in that 90% mark, trending well above where we really want it to be, but also on the splits. Vibor is a home scoring team, and they're trending super well this season, specifically playing really great football. Both teams to score at that 80% mark, over 2.5 at the 75% mark, with both kicking up at home. And you got the away end, Sonderjuski, who has now scored in 92% of 25. So they're scorers, and they're also conceders, 92% of 37. It's insane. These numbers, we've been tailing these two teams specifically for a while, and both teams' score comes in at 80%. Theirs 77% as well. So both teams trending both figures, and then you look at that matchup history, and it's fantastic. 11 of the last 12 matches have hit both teams to score, including 7 straight with Vibor at home, which is important because they're at home today. Over 2.5 and 5 straight, and 4 straight with Vibor at home. They even trend the over 3.5. We're looking at the Danish Super League in today in a matchup between Vibor taking on Sender Yuski. Both teams to score over 2.5 goals. One bet split 2 ways.
Nice work, man. Sender Yuski. I love it. Dude, look, take a look at here. When I was putting the picks into Google Slides, all right, that's what we use here. These slides right here, they're all through Google Slides. It was telling me, give me the red line to put I don't know what the proper term is for that O with the line going through it.
Yes.
But I liked it. When it was popping up, I was like, oh, yeah, we're adding that thing. Yeah, absolutely. Okay. Let's see. Where do I want to start? All right, let's start the NFL. Lions and the Falcons over 32.5. Okay. Here's the deal, Brad. All right, we've seen the Falcons. This is going to be their first preseason game. The Lions, we've seen them once already in the Hall of Fame game, right? They look terrible. I'm going to bet that they don't do that again. I'm going to bet that it wasn't a fun week for Detroit. Again, it's the Hall of Fame game. Not that it matters, but I can assure you that it mattered to Dan Campbell that no one was prepared. I can absolutely assure that he was ripping into people's asses all week. So I am betting the over because, look, the Lions will give up points, but they're going to score tonight. I'm just going to tell you. They're going to score tonight. They will take this seriously. They will get after it. Now, I'm not saying that they're running starters out there, but what I'm saying is they ain't going to have another bad look. And you know who's feeling it the most is that brand new offensive coordinator, because that was not a good look. Not a good look. And if they come out not prepared again, then we have a larger conversation to have. A much larger conversation. All right, so I'm going to play the over 32.5 there. Browns and the Panthers over 32.5. I'm going to take the over here as well. So you're going to have Shedeur Sanders starting. But with the Browns, you're going to have a lot of quarterbacks. Now, a lot of them are hurt. But I'm fascinated to see what the Cleveland Browns look like tonight. There's a lot on the line. This is one of those teams where there's a lot of spots open. It's a good thing. You want competition. I'm going to roll with the over 32 now. Jinxie, AB, don't you like ATL over team total in case the Lions do nothing again? That's not a bad look. I agree. That's a good self-hedge. It's a good self-hedge. Yeah, I do like it. Winslow, I learned my lesson from yesterday. Parlayed Edwards, Storer, Lopez with Crawford. Also took another parlay for the chat. Been on fire. TJ has been on fire, man. Jinxie too. Absolutely, man. Flacco, Pickett, and Gabriel are out. Tizzle for the Browns. Good call. Yeah. So we're gonna have Shedeur starting, and then who did they just sign? Was it Huntley? I think it was Tyler Huntley. Not a bad look, honestly, for a game like this. Somebody who's been there. And don't sleep on Huntley. Look, I think it's Huntley. Don't sleep on him saying, "Oh, there's a couple $3 million to be had here." Look, I mean, yeah, Tyler Huntley. There we go. All right, perfect. Yeah, that's a job. But I'm excited. Father Sanders is going to ball, right? Like, I'm excited to watch it. I really am. So I like the over 32.5. And we'll talk about more of those teams and what we're going to see tonight here in just a minute. Red Sox, Padres over 8, minus 115. And then the Phillies and the Rangers over 7.5 at minus 115. So we'll break all those down, but definitely wanted to get the picks out there first. Okay. Now, Brad, we have a quote. I want to go to you first. We've got a quote on the board. Anything new gets my attention. So what do we got, bro?
Yeah, AB, today's a little bit of a different message. In 3 days, I turn 36. So on Monday, I'm entering the latter stages of my 40s. And something that really, I guess I wanted to take it a different setting because leading into my 36th birthday, I have not only a message for everybody, but really a message for myself. And that is of what Michael Jordan said. And it's, I can accept failure. Everyone fails at something. But what I cannot accept is not trying. And that's such an important thing to say to myself. It's to relieve that coat, to be able to take off that curtain and know that you have what it takes in your life to be able to control it, not to be scared, to have that enthusiasm, wake up with it every single day. And Michael Jordan, what he defines is, it's effort. Effort is going to dictate your life. Whenever you wake up in the morning, you can choose to stay in bed. You can choose to have that attitude. But if you choose that enthusiasm and you choose to take on that day and to give effort, everything that you have, you are going to find your ultimate success.
Brad, that was well said. I was not expecting all that. That was awesome. And I completely agree. We were talking about it yesterday on the show that anybody that comes on here and is trying and in good faith, I don't care if you fail 100 times in a row. Please do. That's the point of it. Like, I'll get on somebody's ass if they're not trying. If they're just half-assing it and failing, that's on you. But, we were talking about successful people, and I'm not one of them, but I've been lucky enough to be around them. And the one thing that I've noticed of them being different is that their failure piles are just larger than everyone else's. I swear to God, it's the truth. Like, they've tried more things than everyone else. They failed at almost all of them because, again, remember, it's going to work one way. Generally, you're going to have to go through 90 ways that it doesn't. But that's why they succeed, because they don't stop. They keep going, and they just choose to be positive about it, right? Now, here's the tough part, because you went serious. I did not go serious on the board. So we're going to go ahead and get to this now. All right, number one, okay, your top 5 Gatorades. 1, yellow, the original. It's the original. It's the OG. It's there for a reason. Yellow is a classic Gatorade. Number 2, cool blue. All right, it's light blue. It's refreshing. It feels 6 degrees colder than what it normally any other Gatorade color because it's cool blue. Number 3, red. All right. Red is fire. Do you like red Gatorade?
It would be down there close to orange toward the bottom for me personally.
Wow. Okay. All right. It's a heavier drink. You have to be ready for a fruit punch, right? All right. Number 4, orange. Okay. Orange is great in moderation. I don't want an orange every morning. But when you do have that orange Gatorade on a sweltering hot summer day, it's nice. It's real nice. Then, number 5, lime cucumber. Yep. Oh. Lime cucumber. You want to, I'm sorry. Did you purchase a one-way ticket to Flavortown? Because that's where it's actually located.
Man, lemon lime, that's for me number 1, and it's not even close. Lemon lime is the GOAT. In fact, lemon lime Gatorade basically created the lemon lime category all around. And I know Sprite is a lemon lime flavor, but true lemon lime just flavoring, not soda wise, Gatorade created that specific lemon lime.
You're right. You're right. Dude, see, Justin's got it. Dude, he's spot on with it. Oh, now Matty Ice brings up one. Glacier Cherry does go hard. And they've got it in the Gator Light flavor. Now, look, to show you that I'm not BSing. All right? Look at that. It's lime cucumber. Did you ever drink Ecto Cooler High C when you were a kid?
Yeah.
It's
Oh,
just like it. It's just like it.
you were more high C than you were Capri Sun, I'm guessing?
Yeah, we didn't have the money. Capri Sun. No, I'm kidding. Capri Suns were fire. Pacific Cooler. It's the way to go. Now, have you had them recently? Okay, so whenever my friends who are married with kids, like when they go out of town, I always watch their dogs, right? Because I just love dogs and I love their dogs. But the good thing is that when you do that, they all have kids. So they all have Capri Suns all over the house.
Mm-hmm.
They're fire. Now, the straw situation, about 1 every 10, you jam it in and it goes right through it. Like that's still an issue.
Gotta go through.
Yeah. Yeah, you really do. You have to get a vertical shot.
Orange Tang. That's funny.
That's what the astronauts drink. Justin, I'm drinking the same Gatorade today. B, got to hydrate this. Bro, it is absolutely sweltering. All right, let's get into Major League Baseball because, yeah, that's a perfect segue. It is absolutely sweltering out there in Arizona, bro. It is absolutely crazy. All right, let's jump into the home runs. All right, Brad, we've got a big list today. Where are you going? Kyle Schwarber, plus 215. Aaron Judge, plus 225. Pete Alonso, plus 300. Fernando Tatis, plus 375. Seiya Suzuki, plus 400. Where are you going, bro?
Man, every time he's been at the top, I missed him last time, but he wasn't at the top of this list. Aaron Judge was, and he hit a bomb. Give me Schwarber, baby, plus 215. When he's at the top, he's done it for me, so I'm going to keep consistent.
Yeah, that's a good play. I mean, it's Schwarber, right? Like,
yeah,
he's always a good play, but
like playing Judge, yeah.
It's smart. Like he's literally liable to go yard in every pitch. I'm gonna go Tatis plus 375. I'm going Fernando. Seiya Suzuki is a sneaky play today. Sneaky good play today. But I'm going to go Tatis because he's got the historicals behind him. But again, I don't know. Bibbo, how is Schwarber not in the MVP discussion? I know, right? This dude just drops massive bombs, man. All right, I'll go Tatis. You're going Schwarber, 215. All right. Tizzle said rain is a myth in Arizona. It is. And don't they have like monsoon season where it like really does like come down for like a week? It's absolutely crazy. All right. Let's get into, hey, join the crew. Scan that QR code. Look, we'll make the $5 back to you. Don't worry about that. All right. We'll have you all covered. But we're starting crew exclusive next week. Going to be a ton of fun, and we got more stuff coming too. So scan that QR code, man. We'd love to have you part of the crew. And I assure you, it is a massive help for what we're trying to do. So thank you so much to everybody that is a crew member. If you'd like to do that, scan that code there. All right, let's get into weather here. So, Justin, monsoon season is a myth too. It's a thing of the past. It's just crazy, man. All right, Reds of the Pirates. Temperature 84, feels like 86. No rain, 6.5 miles an hour blowing in. Be careful this game. I don't know what to expect out of Cincinnati today. Pittsburgh's hit the ball pretty well. A's and the Orioles. Temperature 82, feels like 82. No rain. Wind. This is actually a pretty decent game. Excuse me. If you're looking for home runs, this game won't get a lot of attention. But right-handed pull hitters, that wind is actually kind of significant. It's nice. Right-handed pull hitters, man, could have a day today. Astros and the Yankees, temperature 77, feels like 73, no rain. 8 miles an hour blowing right to left, kind of in. Marlins and the Braves, again, temperature 80, feels like 82. Humidity's a little bit back. No rain, 8 miles an hour blowing left to right, kind of in. So A lot of diagonal wins today. But those aren't terribly bad, man. Um, Phillies and the Rangers, temperature 98. I mean, look, again, you're playing inside here. I just wanted to show what you got. I think you're going to have a good game today to the Phillies and the Rangers. I think you're going to see some runs. Royals and the Twins, temperature 89, feels like 94. No rain. Well, you got a little percentage there, under 10%. 11.5 miles an hour, blowing right to left. Again, right-handed bull hitters. This is actually pretty damn good. This is actually pretty good. I don't know what you're going to get from these teams, right? Like, I wouldn't expect a ton from the Royals and the Twins in terms of runs, but yeah. Cubs and the Cardinals, again, temperature 90, feels like 94, 0% rain, 8.5, 9 miles an hour, wind blowing right to left. I'm telling you, this is actually great weather. Right-handed pull hitters will utilize that wind. It'll help. This doesn't look great, but it actually is kind of good. It's actually kind of good. Blue Jays and the Dodgers. Brad, we talk about it every time. Out here in Liddy Land in L.A. 77. Feels like 77. No rain. 6.5 blowing out. I mean, it's perfect. Every day. It's absolutely perfect. So there you go. All right, let's jump into the analytics. All right, hitter versus pitcher historicals. All right, home runs. Look at Fernando Tatis, 5 home runs off Walker Buehler. Michael Conforto has 4. Ketel Marte, he has 3. Freddie Freeman, he has 3. Bo Bichette has 2. Christian Vasquez has 2. Kyle Schwarber, he has 2 off Merrill Kelly. Moniak's got 2. Corbin Carroll has 2. You got a lot of big names on here, man. Zach Neto has 1. Sean Murphy's got 1. Stovers, he's got 1. Manzardo has 1. Spencer Torkelson, he has a home run. Jordan Walker, he has a home run. Vinny Pasquantino of the Royals, he has a home run off Joe Ryan. All right, you look at the hits. Again, man, you're seeing Merrill Kelly right out of the gate. Michael Conforto, Freddie Freeman, Ketel Marte, Fernando Tatis hitting .313 off 32 at bats against Walker Buehler. Not a single walk either. Spencer Steer. Yeah, man, keep going down the list. Bobby Witt, Corbin Carroll. These are all guys that would be good in terms of player props for today, at least from a historical perspective. Gurriel Jr., Tyler Stevenson, Pete Alonso, JT Realmuto. All right, hitting streaks here. Andrew Vaughn, 12 straight games with a hit. Dominic Smith, 11. Luis Robert, 9. Straight games with a hit. Shea Langelier's got 8. Trevor Story has 8. Soderstrom has 8. My God, the A's are hitting the hell out of the baseball. Bo Bichette, 7 straight games with a hit. Rainbow, 7 straight games with a hit. Ohtani, 6 straight. Mike Trout, 6 straight games with a hit. Adley Rutschman, 6 straight games with a hit. You see Laureano and Carlos Correa, 5 straight games with a hit. And then last 7 games in Major League Baseball. Actually, it's 6. Home runs, Shea Langeliers, he's got 4. Bichette's got 3. Perkins has 3. Alonso has 3. Vlad Guerrero has 3. Kyle Schwarber, he has 3. Dalton Varsha, a lot of Blue Jays. Hunter Goodman, he has 3. Christian Walker has 3. Eli White has 3. All right. You made a good choice at Kyle Schwarber today, bro. But you're pretty damn good at this game. You hit these a lot. You do.
I got 5 choices. I got 20%, AB. 20%.
Bro, you crushed these, man. All right, let's hit our picks again. What you got?
Yes, sir. We're headed to the Danish Super League this afternoon in a matchup between Viborg taking on Sanderuski. Both teams to score at -150 and over 2.5 at -130, giving us that bet split at -140.
Nice. All right, I got the Lions and the Falcons over 32.5. Got the Browns and the Panthers over 32.5. Red Sox and Padres over 8. And go with the Phillies and the Rangers over 7.5. All right. Let's talk a little NFL, my boy. We got 3 games tonight. All right. Lions and the Falcons. Browns and these times are central, by the way. Lions and the Falcons. Lions 3.5 point favorite. total 33.5 now. Browns, Panthers, total 32.5. And then AB, let's get you to give Brad's recap, and he does yours for fun at the end. All right, deal. And then third game tonight, again, these times are Central, so 7:30 p.m. Eastern. Commanders and the Patriots. Patriots a 6.5-point favorite, a total now of 34.5. So, Brad, let's jump into what we're going to see from these teams tonight in terms of depth charts. So we've seen the Lions already. Again, like the bolded names, the starters for most of these teams and these games, just I wouldn't even pay attention, especially the quarterbacks. Like Jared Goff's not playing, right? Or at least I don't think he's playing. But yeah, man, I mean, Hendon Hooker and Kyle Allen, we're going to find out again. I think the Lions are going to look better. Now, look at the Falcons depth chart, all right? Look at this. Starter, Michael Penix. Second, Kirk Cousins. Easton Stick and Emory Jones. I would imagine it's going to be a lot of Easton Stick and Emory Jones, which is not bad for a preseason game. You want quarterbacks that have just played, right? You just want it. Browns depth chart, all right? Flacco, Kenny Pickett, Dylan Gabriel, Shedeur Sanders. I mean, you got a lot of injured dudes that are up here. Yeah. Shedeur Sanders, Tyler Huntley. Those are going to be your guys, man. Those are going to be your guys. Big Rick said, I like Detroit Atlanta over 16.5 in the first half, minus 120, 2 Ds and a field goal catch. I love it. I absolutely love it. All right, so that's the Browns depth chart. Take it on the Panthers. Andy Dalton, Jack Plummer. Now, this is a Panthers depth chart right here, boy. This team is not bad on paper, though. Like, I'm just telling you, this team is not bad on paper. Look at Cade Mays, backup center, former Vol. All right, and then finally, the Commanders and the Patriots. The Commanders here, Jaden Daniels, Marcus Mariota, Josh Johnson, who has played for every NFL team, and Sam Hartman. Not a bad list either. I'm excited to see a little Sam Hartman action. Patriots, look at him. Joshua Dobbs, get ready, baby. Big Dobbs is coming. And then Big Ben Woolridge. There you go. All right. Brad, any thoughts that you have on, let me pull it up here, on any of these games tonight? Anybody you're excited to see?
Well, the one thing I do know is that, at least I believe to know, and you can correct me, all 3 games have thus far hit the over so far, correct? Right?
Bradley, it's funny that you said that, actually. You
So
know what? Because
for unders, right? I don't know.
yes. Now, you know what? Let me go ahead and get to it right now because you're exactly right. And then let's continue with that. But you just brought up a very important Brad, we've had 4 preseason games now, and the average total points per game is 47. Yeah. 47. And that includes the Hall of Fame game that was 34-7, which went under. Well, under this number right here, right? So I had to bring this up. It was funny that you said that. We've seen a ton of points. So apologies. Please continue. You like points?
I don't know. So in a lot of ways, when you find that narrative this early and it's such a widespread, I mean, it's probably going to be pretty widespread. That's something the books are also aware of. And if they're keeping the totals lower, then either they're still unsure this early, or they're trying to catch you on that hook, saying, oh, every game's gone over, so we're just going to blindly bet the over, and then all 3 shoot the under. I don't know.
They're trying something. I don't know what they were trying with that Colts move last night. I don't know what they were thinking.
People like bet the favorites, just you're like, oh, the favorite's going to win because they're favored.
I'm telling you. Look, we talked about it yesterday. Betting is, do you have the discipline to fade the public? Do you have the discipline to play the under? Do you have the discipline? Look, I'm not saying that because of me. It's preseason. A lot of it's luck. But you are right in the sense of, I mean, that's betting. Is, do you have the discipline to bet the under? Do you have the discipline to bet the underdog? Right? Because you're right. The public bets favorites and overs. Now, I bet a lot of overs. So I'm very casual. Yeah. But it's fun. Betting under sucks. It's the worst. You can't enjoy any of it. You're pulling for like bad games. It's hard to do. It's not a fun. It's not a fun. I don't watch those. If I bet the under, I don't watch them.
Yeah.
I don't want to. I mean, it's horrible. Like it's a negative way to go about life. But I mean, you got to do it. Oh my God! All right, let's get our picks and we'll get out of here. Brad is on Viborg, Sundersyke. Both teams to score. -150. Viborg, Sundersyke over 2.5, -130. And you go for that bet split right there. That nice -140. So that's what Brad's on. Brad, what am I on tonight?
My guy AB is looking at the Lions Falcons over 32.5. He wants 33 points. Looking for Browns Panthers, looking for also 33 points. Red Sox Padres looking for a 9, but 8 gives us a nice push. And then the Phillies Rangers, we're looking for 8 runs.
That was beautiful. That was absolutely beautiful. Well done, buddy. All right. Any final thoughts before we get out of here?
Transfer window's still open. Players are leaving every single day. Yesterday, we had Shakhtar playing away from home against Panathinaikos, and their best player is rumored to make a huge move. And so just be careful. For what people don't understand is just because that player hasn't moved yet doesn't mean that he's not mentally thinking about it and preparing himself and his body for that new challenge, even though you might not see it. Interrupt a player's routine and you're going to knock him off course.
Well said. There's nothing I can say to top that. That was a great job. All right. Get out of here, everybody. We live today at 3 p.m. Eastern, normal time. Yep. As Chicago Pat said, more picks in the Discord. Most, you got them, baby. Take care of that. Hit them with them picks, boy. All right, we'll be live today, 3 p.m. Eastern. But until then, everybody, best of luck. Let's cash these tickets, and we will see you this afternoon. Thanks.
Who's got it better than us? No!